Today we discuss about views concept in Laravel. So in this we are having main topics like introduction, creating and rendering views, passing data to views, view composers, optimizing views, and we are having subtopics like writing views in React or Vue, nested view directories, creating the first available view, determining if a view exists, sharing data with all views, view creators. So this is about main topics and subtopics that are available in views. So let's see introduction. Views provide a convenient way to place all of our HTML in separate files. Views separate our controller application logic from our presentation logic and are stored in the resources/views directory. When using Laravel, view templates are usually written using the Blade templating language. For example, HTML body h1 hello within double braces $name. So like this, we will be using Blade templating language syntax in Laravel views. Since this view is stored in resources views greeting.blade.php file, so we may return it using the global view helper like so. So route get slash within the closure function return view greeting, and we will be passing the data name James. So like this, we will be using the Blade templating language in Laravel. Writing views in React or Vue. Instead of writing their front-end templates in PHP via Blade, many developers have begun to prefer to write their templates using React or Vue. So Laravel makes this painless thanks to Inertia, a library which makes sense to tie our React or Vue frontend to Laravel backend without the typical complexity of building a single page application. Creating and rendering views. So we will be using the command php artisan make :view greeting. So we may create a view by placing a file with the .blade PHP extension in our application's resources/views directory, or by using the make :view artisan command. So that .blade.php extension informs the framework that the file contains Blade template. Blade templates contain HTML as well as Blade directives that allow us to easily echo values, create if statements, iterate over data, and many more. So once we have created a view, we may return it from our application's routes or controllers using the global view helper function. So for example, in routing, route :get route scope resolution operator get / function return view greeting name James. So views may also be returned using the view facade. So instead of using helper function, so we can use view facade like view : make greeting name James. So like this, we will be using facade instead of helper function, view helper function. Nested view directories. So we will be using dot operator in order to deal with the nested view directories. For example, resources views admin/profile.blade.php. So for this we will be using helper function like this: return view admin.profile, comma $data. So here profile.blade.php file will be stored in resources/views/admin. So within this folder it will be saved as profile.blade.php. So like this we will be using admin.profile when we return a view, for example. So creating the first available view. So we will be using first function, first method. So using the view packets first method, we may create the first view that exists in a given array of views. So this may be useful if our application or package allows views to be customized or overwritten. The syntax will be like this: view package view : first custom.admin, admin $data. So like this we will be using first method. So determining if a view exists. So if we need to determine if a view exists, we may use the view package. So the exists method will return true if the view exists. So syntax will be view package view : exists admin.profile. Now we see passing data to views. So it will be, for example, return view greetings. Here greetings is the blade file, name Victoria. So when passing information in this manner, so the data should be in an array with key value pairs. So after providing data to a view, we can then access each value within our view using the data's keys, such as echo $name. So as an alternative to passing a complete array of data to the view helper function, we may use the with method to add the individual pieces of data to the view. So with method we will be adding individual pieces of data to the view. The with method returns an instance of the view object so that we can continue chaining methods before returning the view. So it will be like this: return view of greeting with name Victoria, with occupation astronaut. Like this we will be using the syntax. Sharing data with all views. So if I want to share some data with all views, so we will be using share method within the boot method of app service provider. So packet view : share key comma value. So like this it will be, we will be using the share method. View composers. View composers are callbacks or class methods that are called when a view is rendered. So if you have data that you want to be bound to a view each time that view is rendered, a view composer can help us to organize the data logic into a single location. So view composers may provide particularly useful if the same view is written by multiple routes or controllers within our application and always needs a particular piece of data. View composers will be registered within one of our application service provider. So we will be using the view packets composer method to register the view composer. So Laravel does not include a default directory for class-based view composers. So we can organize them however we want to wish. For example, we can create a composer, view composer within the directory called app/view/composers directory to house all of our applications view composers. So we have registered the composer by making use of compose method. Once we register, so for example profile composer is here, so it will be executed each time the profile view is being rendered. So all view composers are resolved via the service container. So we may type hint any dependencies we need within a composers constructor. So now we see attaching a composer to multiple views. So we may attach a view composer to multiple views at once by passing an array of views as a first argument to the composer method. So it will be like this: view composer profile comma dashboard multi composer class. So the composer method also accepts star character as a wildcard, allowing us to attach a composer to all views. So packets view composer star comma function view $view. So we will be writing the business logic. View creators. View creators are very similar to view composers. However, they are executed immediately after the view is instantiated instead of waiting until the view is about to render. So to register a view creator, use the creator method. So syntax will be like this: packet view creator profile, which is a blade file, and comma, that is profile creator class. So we will be using a class called profile creator. Use app view creators profile creator. Use illuminate support packets view. So like this we will be using the namespaces and classes in the case of creator. So optimizing views. By default, blade templates views are compiled on demand. So when a request is executed that renders a view, Laravel will determine if a compiled version of the view exists. If the file exists, Laravel will then determine if the uncompiled view has been modified more recently than the compiled view. If the compiled view either does not exist or the uncompiled view has been modified, Laravel will recompile the view. If the compiled view either does not exist or the uncompiled view has been modified, Laravel will recompile the view. So compiling views during the request may have a small negative impact on performance. So Laravel provides view cache artisan command to pre-compile all of the views utilized by our application. So we will be using the command as a part of our deployment process. So PHP artisan view cache, we may use the view clear command to clear the view cache. So this is all about views concept in Laravel. So thank you so much. This is Universal Horse Star Ravindar Reddy Yampalla. Thanks to all of my fans, supporters and followers, and a special thanks to all of YouTube subscribers. Thank you so much.